is the difference?
A significant amount of depth. We've got a lot of players that seems that have already played and good potential to play. How has that affected the way that they're practiced? Has it been maybe a little bit more competitive?
It has been. What we hope they do going into the fall, that we're going to play 8 or 9 guys. And to do that, we've got to do it in practice. So I think there's not a first group, there's not a second group. There's a group of guys in a unit trying to work together to be better. And I've sold them on the idea of that. They're going to be 8, 9 guys playing, and let's compete and see these guys start the game. It's not the guy who started the game, it's the guys that finish the game that's going to make the difference. And I think they're bought into that. That was makes it right.
Have you ever slipped and called one of these players, one of your former players' names?
I haven't yet.
Like kids, you do your kids sometimes.
I haven't yet. I'm trying hard not to do that. So, I have a little fun with it, but no, I have not done that.
The biggest difference in the defense, is it going to be one of substance or style?
It's going to be about 46 A to B. That's what we're going to be. We're going to work as hard as we can in 46 seconds and get a point A to point B as fast as we can. And then we get there, have an attitude, be relentless, and play football. That's defense. So it's not a style. It's not X and O's. It's really about playing hard, and that's our style. And that's what we're going to do.
I'm sorry for that. Adolphus, Washington. What have you seen out of him?
A lot. He's really worked hard. He's had a really good spring ball. He really has. We moved him to the inside because of the pass rush ability. He's playing a run real nice, and he's really done a great job for us.
But Johnson, why do you feel like rotating 8 or 9 guys is better than sticking with starters?
Well, I tell you, because the game has changed now. You're talking about spread offense, quick snaps, quick balls, getting out of there. That number can go from 6-5 to 90 pretty quick. And you add that time 12 game, one guy doing that's a lot of football. And so what I want to do is play fresh. I want to play 8, 9 guys every time, be relentless on the football field. That way, every guy can play as hard as he can every snap, and that's how you play defense.
Is that typically rotating guys from series to series, or is it rotating within a series?
No, we really rotate based on the ball. We're going to rotate more light in the middle of the field. The ball gets in the red zone, our goal line. We're going to stay pretty strong in what we have going on the field. But you got to make sure you're doing it the right time to rotate, so a guy's not getting 70 plays, because you can't play 70 plays full speed. You like to say you think they can, but that's not going to happen. But they can play 40, 50 plays full speed. A guy comes in and rotate and get 20 plays at full speed. That's a pretty nice combination for us playing in the game, and that's what we like to do. We have to rotate guys to play fast.
Michael Bennett said that you guys are approaching the defense holistically, that you don't want players to think of themselves as D linemen or corners or linebackers, but as silver bullets. Why is that a point of emphasis?
Because I think that's, the history and the tradition of Ohio State football, the defense has been about the silver bullet. A great defense, and I think that's what we all feel we're going to get back to, and that's the way you start. So there's one focus, one fight, one team, and just one idea about being the best defense in the country. So it's easy to sell that when you know what you want to be. Yeah.
Larry, did you ever think in your lifetime that college football players would be given the right to form a union? And
I know that's different.
Just what's your reaction to that? You're a veteran, a longtime coach.
I think it's neat that the players feel that they're doing the right thing. Just to say what my thoughts are based on what you're doing, but I think it's going to change. It's going to change college football, and it's best for the players. And then why not take a look at it and listen to the voice of the players sometimes? That would be my thought on it. Yep.
Are you coaching differently at Ohio State in any way compared to how you've coached your whole life?
I have not.
Penn State?
I have not. I have not changed my style of coaching. It's different, but I have not changed my style of coaching. I've changed my philosophy, what I believe in. It's just doing it every day with a different bunch of guys and really continuing to build and develop players. So, I'm going to be myself, but I'm going to coach in a different way in the sense of my style of coaching hasn't changed. It has not.
What have you found that coming to work every day here is pretty much the same as going to
Nothing's ever the same. Nothing's ever the same. I wouldn't be able to the same. It is different. Get up in the morning, have an opportunity to play for a national championship, play with a bunch of great coaches, play for a great head coach, and walk in a room and have the players I have in my room. That's kind of special. So every day you get up, you got to. I call it breakfast moment. You get up trying to create that in your room with your players. And today was one of those days. You come out, you have fun as a coach. The next day, hey, let's go watch the tape. Let's find a way to get better. Those are the things I get excited about. That's why I stay in coaching so long. It's just a passion, what I believe in, a passion for the players, and that's special to me.
How many times did you get lost going back home the first few times? Or have you got a house yet?
I haven't got lost. You got a thing called GPS. I'm good.
Yeah.
I didn't get lost. I have a house. We're building a home here, and so that's not completed yet. Probably about June will be done. But yeah, we're building a home here. This is home.
The fact that Noah will not be able to play in the first 2 games of the year, has that had any effect on him mentally? Is it anything that you think is bothering him? Have you seen anything different in him in spring practice?
He's working really hard. He's working really hard. I'm really pleased with his effort. on the field and off the field. He's doing great in the classroom. So I think Noah is all about business. I think he wants to be a great player, and great players work hard and work through adversity, and that's what he's doing. And I think it's been really good to see that.
Now, you guys are halfway through, roughly, spring. What is your sort of your working eight right now? Do you have a working eight right now?
Not really. I can't tell you because we're working a lot of combinations to find out what is going to be the right eight. I think each guy's got a different set. All right, tell the guys that you may be able to play goal line, you might play short yard situation. I think each guy's going to have a role. So to say what that role is right now, won't know until finish pre-ball, continue to evaluate it since we're on the fall.
Who has made strides, though, maybe in the last 3 weeks that kind of caught your eye, like come up?
I think the young players, I'm really impressed with some of the young guys. Donovan Munger is one of the guys that stepped out. You know, Mike Hill's done a really good job. Tommy Shutt, who was hurt most of last season, he's really having a really good spring ball. So I think the young guys are really having a really good ball. Taekwon Lewis is having a great job.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about Taekwon. I mean,
he's doing a really good job for us. So a lot of the young guys are really playing well right now.
I mean, talk about him a little bit, though. I mean, did he look overwhelmed at all stepping into college that quick, or just what's in?
I don't know his past. I don't know where he came from.
Yeah.
I know he came walking the door at 225. He's about 260, 257 right now, which is really a great weight for him. And again, for a young player, spring ball, first spring ball, really active spring ball, in a position to run with the twos, is learn the style to play. And he had a great day today, matter of fact. I think he's grown leaps and bounds as we go forward.
What's the transition been like for you personally?
It's been fun. It really has. It's been a lot of fun.
Has it been easier or harder, about the same what you might have expected?
I don't think it's easier. I think you're coaching a different style because you got a group of guys you have to impress that you know what you're doing, and so you got to be sharp. But I think it hasn't been like wow, man. It's just been one of those moments.
Will it be difficult
wow.
First time you play Penn State? Is that hard at all?
Well, that's a long ways away.
I understand that, but I mean, you spent a good portion of your life there too.
Yeah, it'll be different. Obviously, it'll be different, but I'm Ohio State going into Penn State to play a football game. Now, obviously, you know what the outcome I wanted to be, right? So I don't have to say anymore. It's a long ways away.
How different is Urban Meyer, the Urban Meyer you know now, compared to the one you met in the restaurant or whatever, and got the job? I mean,
same guy, intense, want to win. It's important, care about players. I mean, all those things are important. That hasn't changed. I wasn't sold something different. So no, I'm great. I like the way we're doing. I know what we're doing. I feel great with the staff. It's a great staff, and he's doing some things that kind of on the edge in the sense of coaching college football. Here we are spending time talking about leaderships. And not many guys are doing that, in the country with a whole staff, and I think that's what makes them different. Just trying to find a way to be better as coaches.
Talk about Bosa. Just he's at the end of his first year here and had some success at the end of last season. Just how's he kind of build off that?
Well, I think the key is that he doesn't stay the same. I mean, he's got to move forward, and the thing him and I talk about is that we got to forget about last year. It's about this year, and every time you step in the field, you got to be a better player because he'll be a marked guy. They're going to turn protection to him. They're going to chip him. So he'll see a different game than he saw last year because they know who he is. So he's got to get prepared for that. Right now, he's doing a good job working.
Couple more guys. Do you want Urban to dial back some of the praise he's heaping on Bosa, saying he'd be one of the best ones he's ever?
Hey, that's okay. As long as he can handle it. As long as Bosa can handle it. I'm the guy to calm the storm. So I'm the team to calm the storm in the meeting room. So he knows where he's got to get better than that. That's all you want. So, yes. But he's a great young man. That's the most important thing.
What's your impression at this point of Michael Bennett as a player and as a senior in your room?
I think he's a great leader. I think our players respect him as a leader. He's played a lot of football. And I think when he opened his mouth, guys are listening to him right now. And that's the kind of leadership you want. And so I've been very impressed with Mike. His leadership styles on the field and off the field. He's a great student, and we're looking for great things from him as a senior. And he knows he's a guy. He's got to move it forward. And we're talking about moving the yardstick, and I think Mike's done a great job moving forward as it moved my group forward as a group. Yeah.
What makes him a fit there at nose guard?
Because I think quickness is the key for me on the inside. It's not about how big you are as quickness. The things we do, we want to be able to penetrate in defense, attack, get off the ball. We like how the guy quick. With all the spread teams, guys say, "Well, he's only 295." Well, that's good enough. You have a 320-pounder on the field and get caught in a 50-play drive. That's pretty tough. You know what I mean? So I like to play with quickness. We like to play with quickness, and Mike brings that to the table. That's why he's a great fit person.
What are you getting out of Chris Carter right now? I mean, obviously he's been sort of a project here almost since he's been here. What's your take on him?
It's day by day, baby steps. Teaching him how to play, teaching him how to play hard, and so you got to limit his reps. Hey, Chris, 5 plays here. Hey, Chris, 7 plays here. And see if he can continue to develop. And that's our approach going to the spring. So it'll be interesting. We go through the spring, get into the spring game, to see if he's ready to play, and that's our goal in that evaluation of Chris.
All right, thanks everyone. Thanks.